Hello everyone, for today's video I have a full Savage themed moveset. Now this was suggested by MechWolf, so if you guys have any moveset theme suggestions for yourself, please feel free to leave them in the comments and the best ones will be used for future videos. And of course, if you're new to the channel then smash my bell. Oh, why do I keep saying stuff like that? But yeah, going into the moveset, he says to use anything along the lines of Dancing Power and basically any other attack that makes my opponent stay in place. And for our two ultimates, we've got Supernova, well, Kulu Supernova and Dragon Fist, Super Saiyan as our transformation, and Super Explosive Wave as our evasive. And I just noticed it said Super Explosive Wave because I actually used just the regular version, so whoops. So I did decide to, well, quite heavily modify this moveset. So I am using Dancing Power, Supernova and Dragon Fist as my two ultimates, and of course Dancing Power as one of my supers. Super Saiyan as my transformation and Explosive Wave as I've already explained, like whoops. Oh man, I can't believe I've done that. And for my remaining three supers, I did decide to change it up and make it actually something that are, you know, quite savage. So I've got Atomic Blast, Meteor Crash and Burst, Kamehameha. And I wanted to go for Burst, Kamehameha because I've not used it yet for this Xenoverse 2 video. I don't think I have anyway. If I have, let me know. But yeah, I mean, I think it's actually an okay setup, to be honest. Maybe changing Explosive Wave for something like Hyper Movement because that's what I feel most comfortable using for my evasive, or even Super Explosive Wave like what he actually said to use. But yeah, apart from that, not really got anything else to say. It is quite, you know, to an extent kind of a balanced moveset because you've got Meteor Crash and Dragon Fist and Super Saiyan. So those are your three strike supers and like your strike damage. Then the remaining three damaging supers are, you know, key based. So that being said, let's get into the first fight. Something I may do going forward is show the first fight I have with whatever moveset I'm using, so it will be kind of like an exhibition, you know, match, something like that maybe, because this is the first fight online I had with this moveset. Now sometimes I do jump in training mode to see, you know, if the QQ band works properly, if the movesets are good, and I just get used to it, I get a feel for them before I jump online. I didn't for this one, so I mean if you guys think I should do that going forward, like show the first fight I have, then I'll do it, because they're not always the most interesting because, like I've already said, I'm still getting used to the movesets and I don't always use all the attacks in like a video, you know, stuff like that. So if you think that's something you guys want to see, then I'll do it because I've got no problem doing that. So finally, actually going into the first fight, only like 40 something seconds later, this guy, he's got Dead End Bullet, I think is one of his ultimates, which good luck trying to hit anyone with that. But he's also got the ×4 Kaioken Kamehameha. I believe he might be ×20, but I think it was ×4. And I like this guy because he's kind of like he's using Kaioken Assault, or yeah, Kaioken Assault like over and over again. Like it is a very nice looking attack, not the best one to use, but it's one of those attacks that, you know, in my opinion at least, looks very nice, very epic, like from the show. So yeah, he's kind of like running to some degree because of that a Kaioken build maybe. I don't think he transforms, but I'm guessing he's got Kaioken, and I'm laughing then because I go for the Dancing Power as soon as I go for Stamina Reset, and that completely cancels out Kaioken, so I love that. And right there, I flip behind him, I do like a backflip as I go for the Meteor Crash. So I did get a very nice Stamina Reset there. I don't think I took any damage, I can't remember, but yeah, I mean this guy isn't the most experienced, and that's one of the reasons why I don't really show the first fights I have, because I mean, if it's against someone who's like a new player, then it's going to be kind of a boring fight because I'm going to be kicking their ass. So yeah, we got some Kaioken there, and I did want to try and perfect block it when he went for it, and right there I got it. So completely cancelled Kaioken out. Yeah, from this point I'm just waiting for him to like hit me, then I can just like punish him. So I got into clash there. He goes for Kaioken again, which I mean why not? And this guy does that thing that I just hate. Like if you do it by accident, that's fine. I mean it's going to benefit me anyway. But when I vanish, then they vanish as well, rather than, you know, going for a back hit or setting up the Anticipation Fist, or even just moving out of the way. Like, it's a pet peeve. But talking of the Anticipation Fist, I did try and set it up there, but I got my timing completely wrong. I tried to go for Dragon Fist there, completely failed. I decided, well, there's no point dropping out Super Saiyan 3 because I've beaten him now. He just wouldn't be able to vanish or use his evasive, even if, well, just he wouldn't be able to do it at all because he had no stamina. So yeah, that's the first fight I've with. I guess like that's the exhibition fight. Like once again, guys, do let me know if you want to show the first fights I have, well, the first fight rather. So that being said, let's get into the next fight for this video. So as we go into the second fight, my opponent this time has picked the regular version of Super Saiyan Blue Goku, so it's not the awakened form, I guess you could call it. Tried to offer the Anticipation Fist there, failed again, whoops. But yeah, this guy, I mean, we'll see as we go into the fight like within like the next minute or so. like, yeah, okay, so, the outfit I decided to pick is Majin Buu's, his, pants, trousers, whatever, and Broly's top with the, I think it's the, I forgot what it's called, like the ultimate Dragon Ball, boots and gloves. I can't remember what I'm called, like, you saw at the beginning of the video, I can't remember. He went for the super Kamehameha there. Don't know why. I just had enough time and stamina to break his guard with the homing dash, and now I'm just kicking his ass. I turned Super Saiyan early on, and now I got for Super Saiyan 3. And I wanted to go for Dragon Fist there, completely failed, so I thought, well, I might as well drop out of Super Saiyan 3 so I can actually recover some ki. He went for the perfect block a little bit ago after I went for the Dragon Fist. Got a very nice perfect block off there, I wouldn't admit. And now I think he goes for another stamina break in the moment. I'm not. No, he doesn't. So he goes for the warp Kamehameha there. I wait and go for the burst Kamehameha just before his attack finishes. And here he goes flying down. He doesn't try to save himself. And the reason he does that is because he disconnects. Now, I'm fairly sure he did actually rage quit because I just don't think I just don't think the connection dropped him. I'm fairly sure he did disconnect. And somebody else in this video rather does disconnect as well, so we're going to say in a little bit. But yeah, fun second fight, kind of like another warm up I guess, I'm not too sure, but yeah, let's move into the next fight. So going to the next fight, my opponent this time has picked a male Earthling, which is always nice to see because no one really plays as them. But I'm thinking, okay, I don't think he's going to have Kaioken as his transformation or his awoken skill, because he's got Dragon Burn as his evasive, Dragon Fist as one of his ultimates, and the one-handed Kamehameha as his second ultimate, not the Mark II version, just the normal one. So because of that, it makes sense to think that, well, there's no point having Kaioken if you're going to use Lars as your evasive and ultimate, because he just wouldn't really benefit you. But there, after he went into the clash, he went for the Super God Fist as I went for the Swing Kick, and that cancelled his attack out pretty nicely. I went for Super Saiyan, and at this point I was thinking, well, he's probably going to be running Potential Unleashed. I don't think he uses it in this fight, but I do give him a rematch, and he does use it. So he's not got the Power Pole Pro transformation, or at least he doesn't use it in this fight. So I am Super Saiyan 1. He does tend to step vanish quite a lot, or Z vanish, whatever it's called. I'm thinking, okay, there's no need to really do that. Like, yeah. So I'll go for the burst Kamehameha there. I make it burst, I guess you could say, immediately, so he didn't do the max damage that he could have done, which is a bit of a shame. He goes for the big bang attack there. I vanish past it, and just make him vanish I make him vanish once, and now I do have a massive advantage over him. Well, right there, I'll break his guard. I went for the evasive there, I don't know why, maybe I just don't know, but yeah. Well, I was going to say that I had a lot of ki and stamina, but I just went for Dragon Fist, and that took all my ki pretty much. So I do decide to stay in Super Saiyan because you do have decent ki recovery, so there's just no point dropping out of it. Actually, I may drop out of it in a little bit, I'm not too sure, but I actually just realised that I said he's an Earthling, but oh man, kill me. No, he's a Saiyan, of course he is. I think the reason I got confused was because I do give this guy 2 fights, and I give, I believe, somebody else later on in this video who actually does play as a male Earthling 2 fights as well, and I pick up like the same stages. Oh, what am I doing with my life? Yeah, so I got to Super Saiyan 3 there. I was going to go for Super Saiyan 3 as well, but I thought there's no real point. So he goes for Big Bang attack. I vanish to avoid it, and then go for the burst Kamehameha. I guess you could say it was a warp burst Kamehameha, but yeah. So I do decide to give him a second fight because, I mean, yes, it was a fun first fight, but I do think he can play a bit better than that, just what I was thinking at the time. I believe he's running the same build. He's got like burst, he's got Dragon Burn as his evasive, and Dragon Fist and the Mark I version of the one-handed Kamehameha as his 2 ultimates. So because of that, I do decide to give him a second fight, and well, looking back, because I know what happened, like I wish I didn't really, and you'll see why, because it is not necessarily boring, but he kind of has to ruin it to some degree at the end, and you'll see what I mean. So neither of us really, like we're like what, 30 seconds into the fight, so I'm like a 1/6 of the way into the total timer for the fight is, if that makes sense. I mean, oh Christ, I still can't believe I thought he was a human. I mean, he's obviously not, but yeah. So a lot of this fight is just going to be of him and me to some degree just vanishing to try and catch each other out, or to try and get a feel for each other. I got for Super Saiyan 1, I believe it was. He got for Super Saiyan 2 again, and we both I think, yeah, in the moment, well, later on, we both got for Super Saiyan 3, I believe. Right now, he's got no stamina, so I'm thinking, okay, he's probably going to just like step vanish a lot to try and get some back, or to try and stall it out. And I don't really mind if people do that, but something I wish that they did was, you know, playing matches with limitations on. you know, so we can change the timer, so we can have like 1 minute if we want. I don't know what you'd want for 1 minute, but you know, change it so we can have it for like 15 minutes if we want, because I'll just fix so many problems. But there, you saw I was Super Saiyan 3. I did drop out of it because he did rush into me, and I was kind of expecting him to fully rush into me as I went for the Dragon Fist, but no. So I did waste 5 bars of ki there, so I did decide to drop out to Super Saiyan 3. He goes to Dragon Fist there as well, and he doesn't drop out to Super Saiyan 3 even though he missed me, and I'm thinking, well, that's great now, because now I kind of have the advantage. I mean, yes, I got max stamina, just over 4 bars of ki, and I was going to say that I had a lot of health for that Dragon, I keep wanting to say Dragon Fist, but that Super God Fist really did, you know, wreck me. So I do go for Super Saiyan 2 because I just think right now that'll be the best thing to do. That rhymed with intentionally. I went for Meteor Crash there. He avoided it, so I did waste like what, 1 bar of ki, but I did break his guard there, and I'm thinking now, well, I've got just under 4 bars of ki. I probably won't be able to regenerate a total of 5 bars before he's down and recovers, so I could go for a Supernova, a Cooler Supernova or Dragon Fist. I thought, well, I may as well drop out, well, just like throw him away there, because if I were to continue the combo chain there by using stamina, I probably would put myself in a bad position, right? And if I did, like right here, I would have had less than 1 bar. Well, I would have used 1 bar of stamina, so I would have like just under 1 bar now. Again, if I were to do that, but I didn't, so I think that's the best thing to do. We've roughly got the same amount of stamina and health now, so it is a fairly decent, like even matchup. But with that being said, it's like 10 seconds left. So I'm thinking, okay, Dragon Fist will probably take a bit too long to fight, so I'll do break his guard there, thankfully, and I'll go for the Cooler Supernova. I was thinking, oh crap, I've lost, because I did think at that point he had more health than I did, and he disconnects. I'm thinking like yeah, I mean it wasn't the right thing to do, because like I would have won anyway, but he disconnects. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. To go into the next fight, I'm fighting a guy called Kami Players, and I know who this guy is because I fought him. We had a very long session in Xenoverse 1. I don't know if he remembers this or not, but I do actually have the footage saved. Like, I believe in Xenoverse 1, like in July or August or somewhere around that time. Like, it was, I believe it was after Xenoverse 2 was announced and before it came out. And, like, we fought on this stage. Like, that's why I decided to pick the stage for this fight. Yeah, we fought for like an hour, I think. It was very intense. Like, it was one of the most intense sessions I've ever had. But then I did break his guard, and I've actually got quite a nice lead over at this point. This is, I believe, the only fight in this video that has limitations off. And I did, well, I mean, I do go for the dancing power here, and I think I'll go for it again in this fight. And yeah, right there he goes, it says let's do this. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. Oh man. So yeah, I did have a nice lead over him to begin with. He goes for Super Saiyan 3 there, so I think I was going to go for it, but considering I know he is a very, very good player, I probably wouldn't have, well, he would have broken my guard by using the homing dash, but I did break his guard again for the second time and go for the Dragon Fist. I'm thinking, okay, well, at this point, I did think I won. Like, I was thinking, okay, I don't think he can really make a comeback, but, I mean, looking at it now, I mean, yes, he does have, I mean, I do have, like, 1 bar and 3/4 of health, and he has max stamina almost, and, like, he's Super Saiyan 3 and has almost, what, 6 bars of ki, so, well, now he's got max ki. I've got max ki as well, but I've got no stamina. I forgot what 2 ultimates he's running. I think he's running Dragon Fist as well, I'm not too sure, I can't remember, but there's a very nice bending Kamehameha like combo he did there. So here I'm thinking, okay, I've got no stamina, I've got a lot of ki, I might as well go for the Meteor Crash. I mean, I think in that situation that may have been the best thing to do. He kicks, well, he throws me away, he goes for Spirit Sword. I almost had enough ki to go for the Vanity and try and perfect block it. I think I could have done that. He goes for another bending Kamehameha. I send him flying away there with the swing kick. I got Super Saiyan 3. Because at this point I think, well, I've got max ki, I might as well. If I can pull it off, that may give me an advantage. And I think the real difference maker in this fight was there because, yeah, he kicks my ass. Like, if I perfect blocked the back hit, that may, I'm not too sure, but he may have broken his guard or at least given me enough time to then hit him, so I may be able to bring, you know, do some sort of comeback. But no, he kicks my ass, even though I had a massive advantage over him to begin with. No, he just, you know, beats me. So very good game to him. Let's go into the next fight for this video. So going into the final 2 fights for this video, my opponent this time and my final opponent for this video as well. Like, this is actually the Earthling, and I really can't believe I got that mixed up earlier. That's insane. But he's running reverse Mebiku Senko, which you rarely see that being used now because it got nerfed. Well, not necessarily nerfed, it just got fixed so that it takes 3 bars of ki to use even if you're unsuccessful. And he's running Spirit Sword, which is always nice to see. It's one of my favourite ultimates, and Kami players had it as well. The reason why I've stopped using Spirit Sword is because, yes, it's a very nice looking attack. It does quite a lot of damage, and it only takes 4 bars of ki rather than something like Final Kamehameha that takes 5 bars. It just seems very awkward to actually hit your opponent with it. So I did decide to replace Spirit Sword with Mystic Flash, and I've now used Final Kamehameha because in a situation, at least in my opinion, where you can use Spirit Sword, you can also use Final Kamehameha. I was going to say Mystic Flash then, but yeah. And given how much damage Final Kamehameha does for just that 1 additional bar of ki, I think it's worth it. So yeah, you guys wonderful reverse Meteor Crash there. Don't know why. I mean, I wasn't on the rushing team. I get a very nice perfect block off there. He does 4 throw. And I've noticed against this guy, because I did give him a few fights, like some off camera, is that whenever I would vanish or he vanishes, he would always go for a throw. And he's using Sonic Bomb there. Like when I recorded the video on how to unlock the new DLC attacks, I kept saying Sonic Boom. It's such a bad game. Yeah, so it's Sonic Bomb. It's second form freezes attack, and I didn't know that until Animes on Twitter told me. So there he went for it again. And it's a bit of a weird attack. I haven't really learnt it yet. I mean, by the time this video goes out, I'm recording this video on March 2nd. Well, it's just gone midnight, so it's March 3rd now. I probably would have learnt how to dodge it and stuff, but you can actually, move it before you fire it. I was so close then how he almost hit me with the reverse Meteor Crash. But no, I wait and go for the Dragon Fist. I do stay in Super Saiyan 3 because the fight, I've got a ton of stamina. Max stamina rather. Oh, excuse me, I keep burping. He's got max stamina. Sorry, I've got max stamina. I've only got 1 bar of ki, but I've got, compared to him, a decent amount of health. So I figured, well, it would probably benefit me more, given I'm very confident in my melee attacks, to stay in Super Saiyan 3. So I do. I try and finish him off with the Atomic Blast there. It should have hit him, but it didn't, so that sucks. And yeah, from here, maybe a bit of a disrespectful finish, because I mean, any attack I do now will finish him off. So I deflect his ki blasts there. That he barely survives. I go for my evasive, the explosive wave, not super explosive wave. Oh man, that's a very nice way to finish off that fight. So I mean, like I said, I did give him a few fights, but I only want to include 2 fights for this video because it is getting on to nearly 20 minutes now by the time this video finishes. So I think this was also a very nice fight. He's running reverse Meteor Crash and Spirit Sword again, and of course I'm running the same build. He went for a throw very early on. I was wondering if he's going to run the Power Pole Pro Transformation. The Power Pole Pro Transformation, that's a bit of a tongue twister. Try saying it fast 10 times. But I think in this fight he actually whips out Potential Unleashed. So there I'll go for the swing kick. It hits him, but it doesn't kick him away, so that's the Xenoverse 2 service for you. He breaks my guard here. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, that's going to put me at a bit of a disadvantage, but when he did break my guard, he's going to recover fast anyway, so I do break his guard there, and I'm Super Saiyan 3 now. So I'm Super Saiyan 3, I've got 5 bars of ki, so I can use any ultimate I want, and I go for the Supernova there. It hits him once, I think. I've noticed this stage, as nice as it looks, it's a bit messed up in terms of I mean, I mentioned this in my I think in both the Fused Angel Moveset video with Vados and Vados and Wiz, and the God of Destruction video, which is of course Beerus and Champa, you know what I mean, the fat perfect cat. But on this stage, if you go to where the grounds, I guess where the out of bounds stages would normally be, if you vanish, it doesn't actually vanish behind your opponent, you just vanish and stay in the same place. And I think when I went for the Supernova, the invisible wall to some extent ate it up, I'm not too sure. But it just feels like the invisible wall is kind of messed up on this stage, at least the invisible wall on the ground. So if it is, I hope that gets patched at some point or fixed. So there he went for the reverse Meteor Crash. I have to admit though, that was a very nice, very nice timing when he went for it. I'm thinking, okay, if that reverse Meteor Crash actually hit me properly and I didn't use my evasive, that may finish me off, but I am in the Zenkai boost mode now, so I go for Dragon Fist, and I believe this is going to finish him off. I don't know if he could have vanished when he hit him, because his stamina did recover, and you still can't use your evasive, but I do know that just before the Dragon Ki, the Ki Dragon hits you, you can vanish out of that. So yeah, fun sets of fights against that guy, and that being said, thank you guys for watching the video. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and with that being said, I'll see you next time.